Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Smith and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then welcome. I'm so happy you found me. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful strawberry wreath. Here in Northern California where I live, we grow some of the biggest, sweetest strawberries around. I thought it was fitting to make this strawberry wreath for my kitchen. For your convenience, in the description box below is a detailed list of all the tools and materials I used to make this strawberry wreath. Let me show you how to make it. For today's project, you're going to need a 14-inch working wreath form. Now, if you have not seen me put one of these together, I will link a short video that will teach you how to do this in the description box below. You're also going to need one package of neutral colored Deco mesh, 10 inches at 10 yards. This one I picked up at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale for 50% off, so it was about $4 to $5. So not too bad, and you'll only need one roll to do the base. We're going to be doing the Cruffle method today. To do that, you're going to need to cut your strips at 20 inches. And I like to use a little clip to help me do this method. I usually lay something down to keep that end away. You start at one end. Go ahead and do a roll. Do about one or two, then clip it. Turn it around to the other side and do the same thing. Go ahead and do one roll and another. Pinch in the center and then gather as you go all the way across to the other side and pinch. And that's your little cruffle. So you have a roll on either end and a little bit of a ruffle in the middle. And I'm going to start on the outside. And you're going to go ahead and place one in each pipe cleaner around the outside. Give it one or two twists. Okay, I'll show you one more time. Now you can put it down this way, which I think is a little bit more attractive. You can kind of see the rolls and that, or you can put it down this way. This way facing down is a little less attractive, but you have less fraying. So that's your decision, which direction you want to place it. I want the texture more, so I'm going to go ahead and put it up. This is good quality mesh, so I don't think I'll have too much trouble with fraying because of that. Okay. I'm going to fill in my outer ring and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like. I have gone around the outside and placed all of my cruffles. I'm really happy with how it's looking so far. It's getting nice and full. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the inside and then I'll come back and we will move forward and decorate. Okay, I have all 18 of my bundles on. I'm really happy with that. I did end up having enough to do one extra cruffle. So I just took a pipe cleaner and I did a single bundle. I'm going to wait until I get my other stuff on, and then wherever it looks like it needs it, I'll stick this in to fill in. Okay, go ahead and set this aside. We're going to be working on our ribbon now. I've pulled out 3 different kinds of ribbon. I have some black and white buffalo check. This is 2.5 inches. I did pick this up at Dollar Tree. And then from Craft Outlet, I got this really pretty strawberry ribbon. I really like this because it has the leaves and the blooms plus the strawberries on a nice neutral background. And this one is 2.5 inches at 10 yards. I also picked this one up at Craft Outlet. I thought that was so pretty and I thought it would go really well with the strawberry. And this one is 1.5 inches at 10 yards. Very pretty ribbon. You will need to cut your ribbon into 12-inch strips. You will use one whole roll. This should give you 9 strips at 12 inches. And then you'll only need about 3 or 4 of this one at 12 inches. And then you will need 12 of the strawberry cut at 12 inches. I have all my ribbon cut. Now this is my main ribbon and then these two are my accent. On my 2.5-inch ribbons, I'm going to go ahead and dovetail the ends. That's really easy. Just fold them in half so that they're even. And I don't like to do really deep dovetails. I only like to come up maybe about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. If you do too strong of a dovetail, what happens is your little ends will curl under and then they don't lay in a dovetail. And then here on the smaller ribbon, I'm just going to cut this one at a slight angle. Just like that. On the smaller ribbons, I normally don't dovetail. Occasionally I do, but I prefer just an angle with the smaller ribbons. The sign I'm going to be using today is this one. I really like it. That's why I chose the black and white buffalo check ribbon to go with this. Very cute. Now this doesn't have any way to hang it on the back. This is kind of like a foam board that has a hard plastic coating on both sides. So I'm going to be attaching 4 pipe cleaners to this with some hot glue. If you enjoy hauls, crafts, and learning new craft techniques, please consider subscribing to my channel. I do upload new content every week, and if you hit the notification bell, you'll be one of the first to know every time I upload new content. You want your glue to fully set up before you try to attach your sign to your wreath. My ribbon is all ready to go. So I'm going to be doing 2 different bundles. Most of the bundles are going to be these 2 ribbons together. So you want to put them together, find the center, go ahead and scrunch them. Then I'm going to start here on the inner ring, and you can open it up and then add it. That way you don't have extra bulk there. This is why we still have the pipe cleaners on there, so we can add our ribbon. Okay. I can go back and adjust that later. That's my first one. Now my next one is going to be my strawberry ribbon and then my gingham here, my red and white. And because that's smaller, that one's going to go on top. Fold in half, find the center. Go to the next one on the inner ring and place your ribbon. So it looks just like that. So I'm going to go around the center and I'm going to do every other one. So all of the ones that have the red are going to go in the center so you can see them really well. So I have all my ribbon done on the inner ring. I have now moved to the outer ring. Now when you're placing your ribbon on your outer ring, you're going to do it every other one. And the one that you're going to place it on is the one that's in between the crossbars. So it's not going to be directly across from the inner ring. It'll be in between. Okay, so I placed it here. I skipped this one, which is on the crossbar directly across from this, and I put it in the next one. So then I'll skip this one, and my next one will go here. And all of the ones on the outside are the strawberry and the black and white buffalo check. I think that is looking so pretty. I absolutely love that mix of ribbon. I have all my ribbon in. I'm really happy with that. I think it's looking absolutely gorgeous. So now I'm going to go through and do some fluffing, and I'm going to remove the pipe cleaners now that are left over. And I want to pull all of my ribbon towards the outside, both on the outer ring and the inner ring. And as I fluff my ribbon, I like to do kind of a crisscross, meaning on one side I will pull the strawberry ribbon up and then the black and white down. On the other side, I'll pull the black and white ribbon up and the strawberry down. Make sure you've got a good twist or two in there, and then trim off your pipe cleaner. And then you want to take those ends and push them down so that they are facing the back. Okay, and I like to go around and I do the outside first, and then I move to the inside and do the inside. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove my pipe cleaners and fluff out my ribbon. I have all my ribbon fluffed out and pulled towards the outside of the wreath. I am so loving the color combination. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. Now you can see we have a bit of a vacant spot here in the center, and that was done on purpose so that we can place our sign there. See how pretty that looks? This way you get to see all of the ribbon that you've used on your wreath. Now to attach your sign, you simply take your pipe cleaners and you feed them through the mesh to the back of the wreath, and you attach them to the wreath form. I have my sign attached. Now I went through and pushed some of the Deco mesh from the back forward, so that my sign would sink down just a little bit, but that I could still see it really well. And then I just had to go back and kind of refluff my ribbon a little bit. And I'm very happy with this. Now the final touch to this wreath is this really beautiful strawberry bush. I got this also from craftoutlet.com. And it is just called a strawberry bush, 7 inches at 13 inches. And this is really nice. It comes with about 7 stems. I've gone ahead and I pushed everything up to the top. And then I'm going to trim it, and I'm going to leave myself about 2 inches there. That will help me to glue it into the wreath. Now the nice thing about these is that you can just kind of play with it for a while, kind of nestle them in just by sticking them in to see where you want to place them. Once you find your placement, then you can go ahead and start to glue them in. And that's really easy. Just go ahead and add some hot glue on the end here. Do on both sides. And then nestle that into the Deco mesh. And then the hot glue will set up in the Deco mesh and hold that on. I'm going to place my final embellishment and then I'll come back and show you the finished product. I have my strawberry bush all glued in. I am so happy with the result. This is such a bright and cheery wreath. It's going to look absolutely gorgeous hanging in my kitchen this summer. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and show me some love in the comments. And if you know anyone who would enjoy my content, please share it with them. Thanks again for stopping by. You know, it's always a pleasure to see you. I hope everyone is staying happy, healthy, and strong. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.